What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to The Fringe. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. I was actually going to take the weekend to allow everybody to just kind of relax, not think about politics, but we have some breaking news here on the channel. It seems that Justin Trudeau's time as Prime Minister is quickly coming to an end. Now, we've talked about the possibility and the very high likely possibility that with the Governor General in town this last week, that Justin Trudeau was going to request that Parliament be prorogued so that they don't have to give their slush fund documents to the RCMP. So that they can continue on with their scandalous criminal behavior. But you'll also know that quite some time ago, when I was talking about how politics were shaping, especially when talks of carbon tax Carney coming in to replace Justin Trudeau, that the Hydra, if it were an animal within the Canadian government, and not just one of fiction, were to start biting its own heads off, this was the time, and that we were going to enjoy what was happening in this liberal circus. Well, get your popcorn out, folks, because now the tide is turning, and with the Bloc threatening to entertain starting an election earlier than later with the Conservatives, we all know that the NDP have no ground to stand on. Well, now it gets even worse for Justin Trudeau as the Liberal Party completely is collapsing and imploding. I want to show you guys here. You know that when the mainstream prostitutes are covering these stories, that it's more than likely that there are larger rumblings going on in the House of Commons. This is always something to keep an eye on. Government EXE showing, now I can't show you guys these clips, but we're going to get into an article because CBC, CTV, Global News, they have been doing content ID strikes anytime you show these clips, essentially to point out that you're using their videos because they don't want this getting out. They want it exclusive, but we all know nobody watches their content anyways, which makes it a waste. But here's what I want to show you is there's now a coup building inside the Liberal Party to oust Justin Trudeau as leader. It seems Justin Trudeau's days as Prime Minister are coming to an end, and the only one who can't see this coming is Justin Trudeau. Of course, it is a 30-second clip of spectators within Parliament talking about what's happening with these secret meetings. Ryan Garretson tweeting out, who believes Trudeau has no idea before landing that 30 MPs want a formal meeting to discuss him stepping down, and when only 3 of the possible 30 are admitting they actually signed this letter, there's a problem. So again, Vashi coming out here on CTV to admit that they wanted a caucus meeting, Trudeau again vacating the country to go to China and Vietnam, that apparently 30 Liberal MPs are rumored to be signing this letter stating that they've lost faith in Justin Trudeau, that they want him to step down. Trudeau, again, ignoring it. There you see him walking around with his smug attitudes abroad without a care in the world. Now, he said he's going to run in the next election. I don't think he's going to get there. I think his time is quickly coming to an end. I've got news for those 30 MPs. If you want Justin Trudeau's reign to come to an end, talk to Pierre Poilievre. Maybe a non-confidence vote comes through again. You might see some Liberals stand up in that vote and essentially start an election. I doubt that would be the case, but hey, in a perfect world, that would be great. Let's take a look at Brian Lilley's article here over at the Toronto Sun. The Rebel MPs are calling for Trudeau to step down as Liberal Party leader. There has reportedly been complaints within the Atlantic and Ontario caucuses, but so far, this is all being done in secret. Again, mainstream prostitutes are starting to come out and speak, including Vashi saying, which, I mean, she's probably one of the only few somewhat credible prostitute reporters left, but coming out saying that the letter has been making its rounds. 3 Liberals have admitted that the letter exists, that yes, multiples are signing it. Mary Ng says she has full confidence in Justin Trudeau as leader of the Liberal Party, but it seems others do not. We don't quite know who those MPs are yet because they aren't willing to do the hard part, publicly call for Justin Trudeau to step down for the good for the Liberal Party. In a story first broken by the Toronto Star, then followed up by CTV and CBC, it seems there is a small cadre of MPs who want Justin Trudeau to go. Reviewing the various reports, it looked like there has been some complaining within the Atlantic and Ontario caucuses. There may or may not be a letter circulating with up to 2 pages of people who have signed on to the call for Trudeau to go. We just don't know, though, because this is all being done in secret behind closed doors. Again, other reports are stating that no, there's about 3 Liberals that have come out, again, that have spoken, confirming that this exists. Quote, "This is not your usual rabble-rousers. This runs deeper than that," the Star quoted one Liberal MP as saying about the secret, not quite launched yet coup. "Excuse me for being skeptical, but this whole affair seems sloppy. If you're going to launch a coup to replace your party leader, then do it already. We heard about a similar attempt during the summer. At that point, only New Brunswick MP Wayne Long, who isn't even running again, came forward to say Trudeau should go." Again, I think that after Trudeau's snub over the summer, secret backyard meetings with Chrystia Freeland, again, we have Stephen Guilbeault coming out telling Freeland that she should run, that she could be the next prime minister. We all know that these ramblings and rumblings within the Liberal Party exist. I wouldn't put it past this one. As the Liberal caucus retreat last month, Montreal MP Alexandra Mendes said that while she supports Trudeau staying on as leader, she's heard from constituents that it's time to go. So far, that's been the extent of the Liberal discontent, despite more than a year of polling showing the Conservatives with a precedent double-digit lead in voter support. It's over 20 points right now, according to Canada 338 polls. And again, this is where some Liberals, and this is where I say, you've got Jagmeet Singh saying, "I want my golden parachute." Justin Trudeau, he's fine. He's pumped up his bank account enough while he's been prime minister. But there are people within the NDP and the Liberals who might like their jobs to stick around for a while when these guys leave office. And now they're starting to sweat, especially again when you see St. Paul's, a very prominent Liberal riding, go to a Conservative MP. We've seen the Bloc gain seats. We've seen the NDP maintain their seats. The writing is on the wall that the Liberal Party is essentially finished, and people are starting to panic. Trudeau's been clear in a statement after statement that he intends to run in the next election. Perhaps that's just him not stating that he's stepping down so that he can retain some control, but I believe he wants to stay and fight Pierre in the next election. All this broke while Trudeau was in Laos at the ASEAN Summit. While he didn't comment, his trade minister, Mary Ng, did come to his defense. "I'm disappointed because Canadians expect us to be focusing on Canadians and doing this work," she said. "What work? He shut down Parliament. There is no work." I think that the conversation that we had in caucus remains in caucus. For the best part, that has happened, and the Liberals under Trudeau have been very good at exercising discipline, staying on message, and rallying to their leader. But now, with claims of people being pulled into rooms and asked to sign a letter calling for the leader to step down, that might be breaking down. Or this is all overblown, and rebellious MPs will trip over themselves in an attempt to change leaders. "Time will tell," said one MP who had heard of the letter, but hadn't seen or signed it. MPs aren't sitting this coming week. They've gone back to their constituencies for Thanksgiving and don't return to Ottawa until October 21st. That means we have a whole week of gossip and speculation, but for the clarity on what will happen, the fact of the existence of this rebel group is now public. I love how they keep saying rebel, those rebel scum. It's people that are fed up. They're fed up. Even within the own party, they're fed up and they've had enough of Justin Trudeau. But the fact that the existence of this rebel group is now public will likely increase calls for Trudeau to go, but he's been ignoring these calls, including from family members and top Liberal advisors, for more than a year now, so he may just keep ignoring them. I don't think it's possible at this point. While Trudeau's political obituary has already been written by many, he appears confident that he can stage a comeback and beat Pierre in a general election. Doubtful. As far-fetched as that sounds, it's not impossible, and the Conservatives would be foolish to become complacent. Poilievre clearly hasn't written Trudeau off and takes him seriously as an opponent. Whether they do ever meet in general election may depend on whether Trudeau can survive inside of his own party. I kind of want to pull back on what Lily has said here, because I think it's not the matter that Pierre looks at Trudeau as a complicit rival when it comes to a federal election. I think what he worries about are tricks, shenanigans, bogus electoral ballots. I mean, cheating, if you want to put it lightly. I think we're going to see some form of trickery when it comes to a federal election. Anything to keep the Conservatives out of office. I just don't think at this point, with the strong lead that they have, I'm coming down with, it's the flu season, as they'll call other things, but it's the writing is on the wall that essentially, if everything goes the way the polls are showing, even if the polls were slightly off, which they tend to be, Pierre still has such a prominent lead. I don't think that you can deny it at this point that there's really any way, aside from cheating, that the Liberals could pull off another win, or by bribing people. It has yet to be seen. Personally, even if Trudeau makes his exit, I don't think the Liberals have what it's take to even use somebody like Mark Carney to come in and benefit the party enough that people would continue to believe liberal lies and vote for them in a future federal election. Let me know what you guys think down below. Curious to hear what you think. What do you think about this coup forming inside the Liberals? Do you think this letter is going to emerge? Do you think we're going to see Liberals start to lash out at Justin Trudeau and maybe refrain from some of their poise that they've kept while all of this is going on? Let me know what you think down below. If it's your first time here, I hope this video has earned your subscription. We're very quickly approaching 50,000 subscribers. I'd love to hit that by the end of the month. So if you're enjoying the content, please make sure to hit that button, leave a thumbs up and a comment down below. It helps push the video out there for others to see. Also, hit your bell for notifications and join me live here on the channel each and every Friday night for Friday Night Fringe, my live streaming show, where not only myself, but my beautiful wife, Mrs. Fringe, joins us here on stream, and we go over everything that's happened this week in politics, everything we know that's coming up in the week ahead in politics, and some back and forth and fun stories within the community. It's always great to hear what you guys have to say outside of making these videos, and I always look forward to talking to you each and every Friday night, starting at 6 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Central, right here on the channel. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a great rest of your day and a happy Thanksgiving. I'll catch you on the next one.